Manipulation is a common tactic that people often employ in relationships to get what they want. It is a way of controlling others through emotional pressure and psychological tactics rather than open communication and respect. But the problem is that manipulation can be subtle and difficult to detect, especially if you're in a close relationship with the person doing it. That's why it is important to educate yourself on the different ways people manipulate others so you can become more aware of the red flags. That's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. So if you think someone might be manipulating you, or you just want to learn more about the different signs of manipulation, then stay tuned until the end. 1. They use your love for them against you. Have you ever been in a situation where you feel like the other person was using your love for them against you? For example, they might say something like, "If you really loved me, you would do this for me," or "Don't you love me enough to trust me with this?" This tactic is called using your love against you, and it's a form of emotional manipulation. When people use this tactic, they are preying on your emotions and taking advantage of your feelings of love and care for them. They twist your love into something that you owe them, and they use that sense of obligation to control your actions. They make it seem like the only way you can show your love for them is by doing what they want, even if it goes against your own morals, values, or boundaries. Remember, healthy relationships are built on mutual trust and respect, not manipulation and coercion. If someone you care about is using your love against you, it's crucial to have an honest conversation with them about setting boundaries and ensuring your needs are also being met in the relationship. 2. You feel drained and unhappy after talking with them. Do you feel emotionally drained or unhappy after talking to someone, even though you couldn't pinpoint why? It's possible that the person you're talking to is manipulating you without you realizing it. Manipulation can take many forms, from gaslighting to emotional coercion, and it's not always easy to spot. However, if you consistently feel negative or drained after speaking with someone, it might be a sign that they aren't treating you with the respect and kindness you deserve. It's essential to pay attention to your feelings and take steps to protect your emotional well-being. This could involve setting boundaries with the manipulator, seeking support from friends and family, or even ending the relationship altogether. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, and you shouldn't have to endure emotional abuse just to maintain a relationship. If you're struggling to identify whether someone is manipulating you, it may help to reach out to a mental health professional who can provide guidance and support as you navigate these challenging situations. 3. They change the subject when things get uncomfortable. Have you ever noticed someone changing the subject when a difficult or uncomfortable topic arises? For example, let's say you bring up a past hurtful event and the person suddenly shifts the conversation to a lighter topic. This behavior is a common tactic used by manipulators to avoid accountability and maintain control in conversations. By changing the subject, they can avoid discussing their wrongdoings or listening to your concerns. This can be frustrating and leave you feeling unheard and validated. It's important to recognize this manipulation tactic and not let it slide. If someone consistently changes the subject to avoid important conversations, it may be a sign of a lack of respect or emotional manipulation. Healthy communication involves addressing difficult topics openly and honestly, and a willingness to listen and compromise. If the person you're speaking with is unwilling to engage in these behaviors, it may be best to end the conversation or even the relationship altogether. Remember, you deserve to be heard and respected in your relationships. Don't settle for someone who avoids important conversations and shies away from accountability. 4. They won't apologize when they're wrong. Manipulators often feel a sense of superiority and believe they are always right. As a result, they may avoid apologizing when they are wrong. They may try to shift the blame onto someone else or minimize their mistakes instead. When someone refuses to apologize when they are wrong, it can be incredibly frustrating and disheartening. It can also be a sign of a toxic and unhealthy relationship. It is important to remember that everyone makes mistakes, and it is how we handle those mistakes that truly matters. A sincere apology can help repair damaged relationships and foster understanding. However, if the person you're dealing with is unwilling to take responsibility for their actions and apologize, it may be time to reevaluate the relationship and consider moving on. Remember, you deserve to be in relationships with people who treat you with respect and dignity. Don't waste your time on someone who is unwilling to admit their faults and apologize. No. 5. They use guilt tripping to get what they want. Guilt tripping is a common tactic that manipulators use to control others and get what they want. It involves making someone feel guilty for not doing what the manipulator wants them to do. For example, a manipulator might say, "You're such a bad person for not doing this for me," or, "If you really cared about me, you wouldn't do that." Guilt tripping is a form of emotional manipulation that preys on the victim's sense of morality and obligation. It is a way of making someone feel that they owe the manipulator something and that the only way to repay this debt is to comply with their demands. This tactic is particularly effective on people who are naturally empathetic and caring, as they are more likely to feel guilty when someone they care about is upset. However, it's important to remember that being manipulated through guilt tripping is never okay. No one has the right to make you feel guilty for setting boundaries or prioritizing your own needs. If someone is using guilt-tripping tactics to control you, it's important to recognize it and take steps to protect yourself. This might involve setting boundaries with the manipulator, seeking support from friends and family, or even ending the relationship altogether. Remember, you deserve to be in relationships with people who respect your boundaries and treat you with kindness. Don't waste your time on someone who tries to control you through guilt and manipulation. No. 6. They make you question your own judgment. Have you ever felt like someone was making you question your own judgment or decisions? For example, have they ever said something to you that made you second-guess yourself or your abilities? This is a common tactic that manipulators use to gain control over others. By planting seeds of doubt, they can make you question your own instincts and ultimately make decisions that benefit the manipulator rather than yourself. This tactic can be extremely damaging as it erodes your sense of self-confidence and autonomy. It can also lead to feelings of anxiety and uncertainty. If you find yourself constantly questioning your own judgment, it might be helpful to take a step back and evaluate the situation objectively. Ask yourself if the person you're dealing with is genuinely supportive and trustworthy, or if they have a history of manipulating or controlling you. Remember, you are capable of making your own decisions and trusting your own judgment. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're not. Number 7. They downplay your accomplishments and make you feel bad about yourself. When you accomplish something great, does the person in your life make you feel bad about it? Do they downplay your accomplishment or make snide remarks to belittle your efforts? This is a common tactic that manipulators use to control others by making them feel inferior. By constantly putting you down, they can make it seem like your accomplishments are not significant and that you're not capable of achieving great things. This can be extremely damaging to your self-esteem and can make it difficult to assert yourself and set boundaries. If someone in your life is constantly belittling you and making you feel bad about yourself, it's important to recognize that this is not acceptable behavior. You deserve to be celebrated for your accomplishments and supported in your endeavors. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're not capable of achieving great things. And no. 8. They keep score of everything you do. Have you ever felt like someone was keeping a tally of every little thing you did? Manipulators often keep track of everything you do in order to use it against you. They may use your past mistakes or missteps to shame you, guilt you, or control your current behavior. This can be incredibly damaging as it creates a constant sense of fear and anxiety. If you feel like someone is always watching and judging your every move, it can be difficult to relax and enjoy your life. It can also make it difficult to assert yourself and stand up for your own needs and wants. If someone is keeping score of everything you do, it is important to recognize that this is a form of emotional abuse and it is not healthy or acceptable. You deserve to live your life without the fear of being judged or manipulated. If you notice any of these signs in your relationships, it's important to take action. Educate yourself about manipulation tactics, set boundaries, and don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Remember, you deserve to be in relationships with people who treat you with respect and dignity. Don't settle for anything less. That's all for this video. Let us know in the comments below if you found this video helpful. Make sure to like and share this video with those who might benefit from it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get notified whenever a new video is posted. The references and studies used in this video are added in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.